Good morning, everybody. This is Terry at Hidden Hollow Loft. I'm out here checking on my kit boxes. First off, you can see we have a pair of Jacobins in here. They have not done crap all year. I'm still hoping that they'll start laying some eggs and maybe breed. I hear they're hard to breed. They just don't want to do anything. I guess being fancy and all, they don't want to show off, ruin their physique. But as you can see in my box, I put the new legs on it and everything's great now. It stands up real well, it's strong. Leave the bird alone, Tank. He's barking at a crow going overhead. This is my kit box that I have. This is where all my young birds are at. My homers, my whites. These are all my young whites. And my young homing pigeon. These are ones I know have never been flown before. These are the flock that I want to start flying here soon. Take a good look at them guys. And you've got my roller pin. What I did here was I placed a breeding box in here the other day. I built, and they started taking up nest boxes and they started laying eggs in here. And I wasn't really ready for it because they were so young. I didn't know when they were going to start, but they started and I was not ready. So I went ahead and built the nest boxes so that they could do their thing. This is a really nice box. I really like it. This one was made completely out of pallets. I got the idea from On The Go Loft. I watched him on one of his videos making his, and I said, hey, I've got some pallets. I got a bunch of pallets. I got a bunch of pallet boards. But anyway, there's our goat. This is Hobo the goat. She showed up one day on a windstorm and we couldn't find her owner, so we got this temporary kennel for her and built it and put it up. And that's where she stays. Got a bunch of young chickens running around the yard, and I put up this fence to keep them out of my garden. Got a lot of plants in the ground, got everything started. The garden is the way I really wanted it forever, and finally got it the way I want it, so I'm happy. As you can see out there, there's a big stack of fence posts. There's my broken down John Deere. And out there, I was building my shed till I got to a point where I needed 2 hands extra that I didn't have. The fiance wasn't here at the time, so she got to help me stand up the walls. And there's my roll of fencing out there that I'm going to wrap around. This 330 foot roll. It's not going to be real big. It's going to be 50 foot wide, 100 foot long. You can see my stakes out there if you look. And here comes my black Australorp chickens. They're all less than a year old. Here's my nice little flock of whites. I'm not sure what the name of them are, but they got little tufts on their tops of their head. They're neat little chickens. They're doing real well running around out here. Ever since I shot one of the foxes and the other one got run over down the street, I haven't had a problem, which is good, except for the Cooper's hawk that came into the yard and got one of my rollers the other day. Seems like I lose at least one roller every time I let them out. My neighbor said the other morning that she was having breakfast and she looked outside on her balcony and one of my pigeons was sitting there like he owned the place, and I didn't even really realize I was missing one. It's one of my bird houses I made. I've got 4 of them. There's one way down there. I don't know if you can see it. But here's a stack of pallets that I use for things. Here's a bunch of seeds that I started. I replanted them. Everything from marigolds, zinnias, and cherry tomatoes, which I really need more plants. There's a nice stack of lumber I have here. There's a couple of my whites sitting in the pen. Main thing is with this is that this is my main loft, and this is where I plan to fly my whites from. All my whites have came from 2 different sources, and both sources have told me that As far as they know, them birds have never been homed. They've never been flown. And I really shouldn't have a problem with it. But the biggest problem is I have not let them out yet. I've been trying to keep them up for breeding, which has been really slow, considering I only have one set of babies in there and just a couple sets of eggs. But I have a lot of adults. Let's go take a look. As you can see, this is the inside of my loft. I've got a lot of whites. I've got 2 pair of the saddlebacks. I got 2 black and white males and 2 gray and white females. The thing is, I want to fly these birds, and I have a question to all my pigeon friends out there. What is the best way to start these birds of going outside, of letting them fly? I mean, I'm hoping they all come back. I hope they all stay. But I really want to start training them. There's a lot of things going on this summer. A lot of weddings, a lot of funerals, a lot of special events. And I would love to be able to, fly some of my birds. I have to stop letting the fear go of something going to happen to them, and I have to start just manning up and doing it. But is there a certain way I should do it? What do you think? I do have 2 more young babies coming. They're real healthy, doing really well. They're laid on the floor. I ain't messing with them. I ain't changing nothing. Well, she's sitting on 2 eggs in here. Say hello. She's sitting on 2 saddleback eggs. I had another pair of eggs in here, but I checked them the other day and they were no good. So I just got rid of them. But anyway, that's what's going on in my loft. If you have any ideas, suggestions, I'd love to hear them because I trust you guys. But anyway, that's my question for the day. This is a summary of what's going on around here. Everyone else is doing just fine. I'm finally getting my yard organized, finally getting some things done. But that's about it.